I invite you to consider a truth that the expert's burden often hides. The universe does not reward the clock. It responds to the resonance. Many of you feel exhausted from trying to apply the law of assumption or law of attraction for hours on end, only to see nothing shift. You carry the silent burden of a spiritual plateau, questioning if the metaphysical laws are truly real or if your effort is in vain. Today, we dismantle the myth of labor. We are moving away from the struggle and toward the subconscious breakthrough. We are entering the realm of the reality glitch, where 5 minutes of absolute alignment outweighs an hour of lukewarm seeking. The struggle of the advanced seeker who knows the rules but feels blocked often stems from a lack of intensity. We have been taught that spiritual work must be long and arduous, but the quantum field operates on frequency, not duration. 5 minutes of high-intensity coherence, where your heart and mind speak the same language, is more effective than 60 minutes of trying to meditate while your mind wanders to your vibrationally blocked energy. A lukewarm meditation often reinforces the sense of being spiritually isolated or misunderstood because the focus remains on the lack rather than the presence. To break the constant repetition of negative, self-sabotaging patterns, you must produce a frequency burst so sharp that it interrupts your default state. This burst provides the metaphysical clarity needed to realize that your energy hasn't stopped. It simply needs a clear, high-frequency command. To achieve sovereignty, you must understand that reality is not a collection of solid objects, but a persistent frequency output. Like a holographic projection, the 3D world is the result of the resonance you emit. If you feel disconnected from the soul's purpose or the larger reality, it is because you are treating the hologram as if it were fixed and unchangeable. You have the power to glitch the system by realizing that the external world is merely a mirror of your subconscious state. When you shift your resonance, you change everything. The hologram must bend to match the new frequency you are broadcasting. This is not a magic trick. It is the fundamental way the universe works. The external must always align with the internal sovereignty. The deeper fear for many is that it might be too late to achieve inner peace, or that the inner work is too heavy to bear. I invite you to apply the law of the minimum, achieving the maximum result with the least amount of mental labor by targeting the subconscious pivot point. Your subconscious can be reprogrammed in as little as 3 minutes with focused intention, bypassing the need for hours of spiritual struggle. By targeting the pivot point, the specific belief that you are vibrationally blocked, you release the pressure of trying and move into flow. This tactical shift from managing the process to inhabiting the state is the key to inner victory. You are not broken. You are simply in a transition where one focused answer to the universe, "Yes, I am the creator," changes the trajectory of your entire reality. I invite you to consider, what if your breakthrough isn't at the end of a long journey, but hidden within the next 5 minutes of absolute silence? Many of you carry the silent burden of deep, complex wounds that traditional psychology has not fully resolved. You feel that your energy is vibrationally blocked because your analytical mind keeps acting as a barrier, constantly reminding you of what is real and what is imagined. I invite you to step into the science of sensory override, where we move beyond mere thought and into the literal biological manifestation of your power. Every advanced seeker faces the analytical guard, that persistent part of the psyche that whispers, "This isn't real," the moment you try to visualize a new life. To achieve a subconscious breakthrough, we must build a bridge between the relaxed state of alpha and the high processing power of gamma. This brainwave burst creates a state of consciousness that bypasses the rational mind's logic of time and doubt. When you trigger this bridge, the sense of being spiritually isolated or misunderstood dissolves as you connect directly with the larger reality. It allows you to reprogram the subconscious in mere minutes by presenting it with a frequency that is too high for the ego's skepticism to filter. This is how you move from trying to apply the law to seeing the definitive knowledge of the universe reflected in your immediate experience. To manifest health, love, and prosperity in alignment with your higher self, your brain must accept your intention as primary data. We do this through proprioceptive imprinting, using the body's own sense of position and feeling to overwrite the 3D hologram. Do not just think about your desire. Feel the weight of the object in your hand, the temperature of the air in that new environment, and the texture of the success. By providing these sensory details, you use frequency, energy, and quantum principles to fundamentally change your state of being from a seeker to an owner. This technique effortlessly breaks cycles of self-sabotage by convincing the brain that the goal is already achieved. When the brain accepts this sensory data as the now, the vibration of your soul becomes the only language the universe needs to hear. The deeper fear for many is that they are doing the inner work in vain, seeing no shift in their external world. However, there is a specific physical sensation, the instant relief marker, that signals reality has begun to bend to your resonance. This marker is often felt as a sudden vagal nerve release, a deep, involuntary sigh, a softening of the shoulders, or a wave of warmth through the chest. Identifying this sensation provides metaphysical clarity, proving that you are no longer vibrationally blocked and that the flow has resumed. This is the physical evidence of inner sovereignty and peace, regardless of external circumstances. Once you feel this relief, you have reached the inner victory, and the external world is simply awaiting the physical instruction to mirror what you have already become. I invite you to consider, what if the relief you are seeking is not the result of the manifestation, but the actual cause of it? Many of you carry the silent burden of deep, complex wounds that traditional psychology has not fully resolved. You look at your world and see a wall of obstacles, feeling that your energy is vibrationally blocked, or that the flow has stopped entirely. Today, we apply the Jungian inversion, shifting from the role of the victim to the role of the sovereign, realizing that the external world is not your master, but your mirror. The advanced seeker often feels blocked despite knowing the rules of manifestation. To reach metaphysical clarity, you must understand that the obstacles in your reality are not external entities. They are shadow projections of your own internal resistance. When you argue with your circumstances, you are actually repeating negative, self-sabotaging patterns despite your conscious effort. These external blocks are mirrors of the deeper fear that it might be too late to achieve personal sovereignty. By reclaiming this projected power, you move from a sense of being disconnected from the larger reality to a state of inner sovereignty. You are not broken. You are simply witnessing your own subconscious resistance manifested as physical delay. The struggle of trying to apply the law of assumption while seeing nothing shift is an argument with the mirror of reality. I invite you to a 60-second exercise called the mirror flip, to stop fighting the reflection and start changing the internal image. For 1 minute, achieve inner sovereignty and peace regardless of what your current external circumstances are screaming at you. Effortlessly break cycles of self-sabotage by choosing to believe in your mastery of creation now, not in a distant future. Use this moment to receive clear, definitive spiritual guidance by silencing the expert's burden and the doubt in the law. When you flip the internal assumption, the external mirror has no choice but to adjust its resonance to match yours. The deeper fear that it is too late is often hidden behind the word soon. In the physics of creation, soon is a reality-bending killer because it confirms the weight and reinforces the state of lack. You still have time to claim your sovereignty, but you cannot postpone the inner work by waiting for soon to arrive. To become a conscious creator, you must replace the frequency of waiting with the done frequency. The universe only needs one answer from you. Yes, I am the creator. By adopting the done state, you vibrate love, gratitude, and presence, moving from the spiritual plateau into the flow. I invite you to consider, if you were already the person who has achieved everything you desire, would you still be waiting for a sign, or would you be in the silence of knowing? Many seekers find themselves in a constant repetition of negative, self-sabotaging patterns despite their conscious effort to change. This frustration often leads to the belief that their energy is vibrationally blocked, or that the spiritual flow has stopped. To break this spiritual plateau, we must move beyond trying and implement a tactical protocol designed to achieve inner sovereignty and peace, regardless of external circumstances. The first step in bending your reality is to sever the ties that bind your consciousness to the limitations of the 3D world. This is a physiological reset designed to silence the expert's burden and the persistent doubt in the law. Rhythmic breath. Use a rhythmic breath of fire or rapid, intentional inhalations to flood your system with life force energy, signaling an immediate departure from the default vibrational state. Severing the cord. As you breathe, intentionally disconnect from the silent burden of deep grief, prolonged illness, or existential anxiety that has held your focus. Creating the void. This minute is about creating a mental vacuum, moving from the exhaustion of trying to a state of readiness where your subconscious can be reprogrammed in mere minutes. Once you have disconnected from the current 3D evidence, you begin the process of holographic overlay. This is inspired by the slide technique, where you mentally project your new reality directly onto your current physical environment, projecting mastery. Instead of seeing the walls of your current struggle, mentally overlay the textures, colors, and feelings of your mastery of creation, consistently manifesting health, love, and prosperity. Sensory imprinting. Use your internal senses to feel the weight and resonance of your desired state, as if it is occupying the same space you are. Vibrational mastery. You are not imagining a distant future. You are changing your resonance to fundamentally change your state of being in the now. Alignment with higher self. This practice ensures a clear, definitive spiritual guidance and an unshakable connection to the source universe. The final minute of the protocol is the most critical for achieving inner victory. It is the seal of indifference, where you attain a state of total certainty and no longer feel the need to check the external world for results. Ending the search. By reaching this state of indifference, you stop questioning if the metaphysical laws are truly real because you have already experienced the reality internally. Inner sovereignty. You stand in a place of peace, knowing that the vortex is already processing your command and that your personal sovereignty is claimed. The final command. Conclude with the definitive knowledge that you are a conscious creator, constantly vibrating love, gratitude, and presence. The seal. Step back into your day with the done frequency, realizing that the universe only needs one answer from you. Yes, I am the creator. I invite you to consider, can you be so full of your internal victory that the silence of the 3D world no longer feels like a delay, but like an agreement? We have navigated the mechanics of the reality glitch and the biological overwrite of your internal systems. You have moved from the exhaustion of trying to apply the law of assumption to a state of vibrational mastery. The final stage of this transformation is the non-dual collapse, where the perceived distance between your desire and your reality vanishes into the silence of the now. I invite you to consider the metaphor of a straw in a glass of water. To the eye, the straw appears bent or broken, but your hand knows it remains whole. Your current spiritual plateau, or the sense of being vibrationally blocked, is merely an optical illusion of the analytical mind. The bend in your reality, the appearance of lack or delay, is a persistent frequency output that your mind interprets as truth. In truth, reality was always what you decided it was. The larger reality is simply waiting for you to stop believing in the illusion of the break. Attaining metaphysical clarity means knowing that while the 3D world looks bent, your unshakable connection to the source remains perfectly intact. When you stop arguing with the bend, you achieve the inner victory of conquering the internal self and its limited perceptions. How you behave in the minutes following your 5-minute protocol determines whether the bend becomes your permanent physical reality. To ensure inner sovereignty, you must manage the vibrational recoil of the social world. The seal of presence. In the minutes after your exercise, move with the frequency of someone whose desire is a definitive fact. Selective blindness. Effortlessly break cycles of self-sabotage by refusing to check the 3D world for results. Checking is an admission of lack. High-frequency rituals. Maintain your emotional balance by treating every subsequent action as a ritual of gratitude and presence. Subconscious reprogramming. Your subconscious can be reprogrammed in minutes, but it is locked in by the consistent resonance you maintain after the work is done. The deeper fear that it might be too late to achieve personal sovereignty dies today. You are not a guest in this reality, wandering through a simulation you cannot control. You are the architect. You have the key to access a state of consciousness where you no longer need to seek metaphysical answers because you are the answer. The vortex is not a place you go. It is the resonance you emit as a conscious creator. After this, you will never see reality or the self the same way again, for you have dismantled the advanced blocks of the past. The universe only needs one answer from you, and it is the only one that has ever mattered. Yes, I am the creator. What if the reunion you have been praying for is not something the universe is bringing to you, but something the universe is waiting for you to recognize within yourself?